Hell comes to Frogtown. So, we built the fort all day today. It's finally Skinamax time. It's 11 p.m. They're starting to play the adult stuff. And so we're watching Hell Comes to Frogtown, 1988 movie starring Rowdy Roddy Piper. Rest in peace, bro. But he must have had a blast and a half doing the movies he made. Because this movie is hilarious. Because he's like the only... It's a post-apocalyptic world. All right, and he's like the only guy who is fertile. And so the government captures him and puts like a metal chastity belt on him. Because it's like, we need you to breed the next generation because no one else is fertile. So, but the problem is that the government, we had these women set aside that we need to impregnate, but these mutant frogs stole them. Can you believe that? So because he's Rowdy Roddy Piper, first of all, and second, because he's the only fertile man on the planet, every single woman wants his seed in this movie. And that's why I mean it must have been fun for him, because even if they're not interested in Rowdy Roddy Piper, like sexually, they have to pretend. Like every single one of them has to pretend. And that would be fun for me. Because, women, they don't even pretend to find me sexually attractive. So that must have been fun. Plus you get to lay around with pretty chicks and stuff like that. Like, for example, there's this lady here. She is his handler from the government, and her job is to keep him, number one, stimulated so his juices are flowing, so he can and so every now and then she's got to take her clothes off and look sexy, so he's get the juices flowing, and then zap because he's getting too excited with his little chastity belt on. And plus every single woman wants a seed, and so there's even a scene where Sentinella took her shirt off, and you're like, oh man, I remember seeing this, and I was like, man, remember when movies would do this? When they would just throw some skin at you right at the front just to keep you interested. It's like, oh, okay, maybe I'll sit. Maybe there'll be more skin in the rest of the movie. Even if there isn't, you're still sticking it out for the rest of the movie. And so you're like, oh man, that's cool. And then you go into Frogtown, where the Frogtown is where they enslave the humans. That's why she's dressed like that in that kind of outfit, because they had to pretend that she's his slave. All right, I got that right. And so and so a lot of it is sexy, unnecessarily sexy. But then you get to Frogtown and you see all these mutant frogs, and you're like, oh man, these guys look like the Slee Stack. The costumes are not great. I mean, clearly this is a B movie, borderline softcore porn, borderline. Because you see one pair of knockers and just some sexy. I don't think she agreed to do any nudity, but the chick who played Sentinella did. It's so, and they throw that skin at you because there's a bunch of weird stuff coming up. So, strap yourselves in, boys. So, then, you see the frogs and you see what's going on. The girl's got to dance to make the frogs 3 snakes or 7 snakes stir. So there's a lot of weird stuff coming up. So, here's some skin. And then as you get into the second and third act, you're maybe getting kind of about the whole thing. But remember when the Sentinella chick took her shirt off? Remember that? That was good. That deserves a couple extra stars, doesn't it, Madman? I guess it kind of does. And the best thing about the movies of this era is that you didn't have anybody in the writer's room saying, I don't know, is it right to have her chained to him without having some conversation in the film about the patriarchy? No, there wasn't anything like that going on back then, because they're just making a stupid B movie. They're having fun doing it. I don't want to spoil the plot, but you're talking about a goofy B movie with a little bit of sexuality thrown in to titilize someone like me. Some goofy action against mutant frogs, and I can dig it. We've been playing that role-playing game. We're playing with mutant animals, and it's fun to imagine a movie based upon our game, and this is the closest I can get to it. Hell Comes to Frogtown, 1988. His name is Sam Hell. That's why it's Hell Comes to Frogtown. What the Sam Hell? Hell Comes to Frogtown, 1988. 10 of 13 stars. I know it's a B movie. but I like things that are goofy and I like fun, goofy, and in an era where movies were free from all the nonsense that gets included in movies and TV shows these days. Like, we have to have a conversation about how we need to make sure these women consent to anything that Rowdy Piper does. And I like that it's goofy and fun, and I'm debating using this word, but it's honest. And it's like, wait a minute, it's about a post-apocalyptic world where they're like put a chastity belt on a wrestler, and he's got to breed with a bunch of chicks and a mutant, and there's a bunch of mutant frogs that that they're the bad guys. How is that honest? Well, it's honest in the way that the movie is presented. They know they're making a cheap B movie. They know that the frog costumes look ridiculous, but here's still Rowdy Piper grinning ear to ear at the stupid rubber costume that the other actor is wearing. There's an honesty to we're just having fun. We just want to entertain. We don't have this political message to shove down your throat or make you leave the theaters like, gee, Chinese people really have it bad, or whatever, because it seems like every single film, every single TV show is chock full of that kind of nonsense. 10 of 13 stars. Highly recommend it. You should check it out. I don't know if I should check out the sequels. Like I said about sequels, don't know.
The madman loves you all.